Folks, a very good morning and welcome to FYI, wherever you're joining us from this morning. It's such a privilege of ours to be here with you guys. We know quite a few of you are going to be joining us live from the national capital city where we're broadcasting from in Georgetown here in Guyana. Last week joining us from Guyana as well. And quite a few of you are going to be joining us from the diaspora. We're so grateful, folks. Region 11, as we call it locally, Region 11, across the diaspora, whether it's here in the Caribbean. Some of you are in Latin America. Some of you are in Latin America. You are in this hemisphere here, and some of you are in South America as well. And then we got those of you in the north, further up, guys. We're privileged wherever you're joining us from this morning. We're nothing short of privileged to have each and every one of you here. We hope that your day is off to a running start. We hope that your day is off to a running start. You're fired up and you are ready to go. What else can we ask for, Dolly and so on? We're getting some troubles with our graphics this morning, but we're going to work through it. Good to see Onessa Ward, Dean, and Leslyn Charles. Debbie Collins is here as well. Good to see you, Debbie. Simone Williams is here. I see Colette Duncan. Family's here. Family. Margaret Collins, Tessa Isaacs, Graves Andy. Good to have you folks with us this morning. Wherever you're joining us from. Again, we're privileged. We're privileged to be joined by each and every one of you. We're set at this end, folks. It's only you all missing. It's only you good folks missing. We set. But good to have you guys here with us. Good, great to have you folks here with us. How was the morning started? Is it off to a running start? Have you guys had breakfast as yet? What's on the menu this morning? Do let us know what's on the menu. We fast like that, folks. We want to know what's at the menu at your end, and we're ensuring that we got to go at our end here as well. Are you guys fired up? You ready to go? It's Wednesday already. It's Wednesday, the 19th day of July. Wednesday, the 19th of July. And we're heading through, folks. Heading down to August. And great to have all of you folks with us. As we've said, it's nothing short of a privilege having each and every one of you folks. Share the live as you come on. Smash that emoji button. Again, we happy to be sharing, privileged to be sharing the moment with you good folks. Share the live for us, smash that emoji button, and partner with us as well, folks. We know some of you are already starting your day, already moving about, and so we want to encourage you. I know some of you are going to be looking for doing your business in town, and for all your documentation needs, we want to recommend, of course, and as per usual and per normal, we want to recommend the Alistair Collins firm. Now, these are your go-to folks for your justice of peace, for your documentations where that is concerned, your commissioner votes, to affidavits, and where that is concerned. We want to recommend these folks to you guys. They're right down there at the Callion Mall on Lamaha Street between Camp and Waterloo Streets. The Callion Mall on Lamaha Street between Camp and Waterloo Streets. They are reliable, they are professional, and they cater for all your documentation needs in this regard. Callion Mall, Lamaha Street, between Camp and Waterloo Street, 649-6410. We commend them to you highly. Years of experience and a commitment to excellence. Alistair Collins and his dedicated team are your go-to experts for all your documentation needs. We want to recommend them, and we recommend them highly to you folks. Highly, highly, highly. So head on down there. They're right on the ground floor. Tell the folks we send you. Tell them we send you. The one is who send you. Tell them it's we send you. Who vex. Good to have you guys there, folks. And this is how we started the morning at our end. Really good to see so many of you on the live already. We're privileged. And again, what's the breakfast at your end? What's for breakfast? I'm trying to find my center here, folks. What's for breakfast at your end? I'm trying to find my center. Donna McDonald, good to see you. Floret, those of you who are joining us in the various Facebook pages, we are live and we're happy that you folks are here with us. Good to see you. Loretta Argyle has just made a contribution to our program via our YouTube channel. There. Thanks, Loretta. If you go to that, if you're on our page there, you're on our channel, the comment section, there's a dollar sign at the bottom. Some of you know this by heart by now. Click that dollar sign, takes you to Never Never Land. You purchase a sticker, a super sticker, and part of those proceeds come to us. So thank you, Loretta Argyle, there on YouTube. Good to see Beatrice Selby and all the other folks. Riri Mingo says she's having some planning the next. not planting. You see? You produce it all loud. You gotta oil up the words. Planning. Let it slip out. Planning, slip in. Planning and eggs. Bims. It's only people of a certain generation go know that. You know. Them young ones would be lost in that. It's a Bims, the child on it. Watch me like. Big uncles, you saying. It's just Spanish you're talking. Hablar no español. Bims. Sabrina Blue. Good to see you. Petula Boyce. Donna Joseph. Donna says she's having a cup of bush tea and toast. My God. A gourmet breakfast. My God. Them days got we stand up here all now, you know. For the 40 years later, we out here. We stand up. It's the bush tea, you know, and the bake. Got we stand up strong, strong, strong. Alana George, what say you? Gail, Beckles, Rogers, what say you? Gail says, "Shut behave yourself." And I start yet. What say you? Here's the thing that we stand up here strong. David Wood. Strong like wood. Stand up here strong. Husband, it's a bush tea. Bush tea and toast. You know, them duff and dumpling, the provisions. You out here. Folks, you had a good, what's called it? Dry food. That is soup. Right? Some dry food in the morning, some provisions. You get a piece of bacon, your sister. You stand up till 3 o'clock, you know. Them pancakes is so by the 30, the pangs of hunger and the worms. The pangs of hunger and the worms. Out front parts, Beatrice Selby, Carol Rollins, good to see you there, Carol. Now the other folks joining us. Natasha Verwayen. Natasha Verwayen. Folks, next week we're putting you on alert. You can see the format for morning show. A little change because we'll be in a different location next week. Hint, hint. We'll be in a different location all week next week. So we won't have, you know, our kitchen set in. Right? The show can be on the road. That's what I'm saying. We got really spell for some people. Alexis Williams, good to see you there. Prince Hudari, good to see you as well. Ingrid Crawford. I see Sion is here too. Good morning. Folks, when you wake up this morning, anybody said good morning? Good morning, folks. That's important, you know. Right? A colleague told me, she said, her spouse get up the other day, you know. So the spouse eye open, it's a long suck teeth. Yeah. You think about the day ahead, you're done vexed. You think about the people you got in contact, you're done vexed. It's important to say good morning. Leroy, anybody tell you morning for the thing? Roxy, Tessa, Amabel Clement, good morning. Coalition family. Good morning, folks. That's important. Right? That's important. Yours remaining is any lottery numbers or so. Huh? You know, some of you wake up with a long suck teeth. You say good morning, love. You know. You said, look, don't tell me nothing this early morning, eh? You know, people live in all kinds of circumstances, and I'm appreciative of that. You know, very appreciative of that. You know, some people, the husband in the West Wing, they in the South, they in the East Wing. You know, people wake up, tiptoe around the house. You don't want to come into contact with some people. I live very quietly, right? I live very quietly, and that's been perfect. I wake up and say, "Good morning, love. How you doing? You look so beautiful. You know how?" I can see the old lady saying, "This flipping liar." What's she old lady? Right? I am Barbie C in Georgetown. What's this flipping liar here now? It's important. So good morning. Candy, anybody say good morning yet? Huh? Good morning. Huh? Nardia Rodney. Yes, you're calling Nardia. Good morning, Nardia. Good to see you. Petula Boyce, good morning. Good morning, Petula. Great to see you. You got to start it this soft. You know, you start with little devotion and so on. Some of you are so rough. Margaret says, Sharon, is what you want. I know some of you are living like that. You get to hear your spouse say, good morning. Is what you want. You might even call he. Since old boy gone out there, you on your phone with the modern Barbies. You on your phone, your mother in quarantine, I tune or something. Girl, he wake up. Big uncle say morning. It's what you want. Dale Collins. That's how they stay, Margaret. Huh? Joanna Douglas says, Share behaves. Why you tell me behave myself? Good morning, folks. Right? Good morning, beautiful. How was your night? Bang, bing, bang, ping. No, you gotta set the tone. As soon as I wake up in the morning, I like to put on little TD jakes. You know, you get something in your spirit to set the tone for your day. So you can deal with the Jacobats and the Trent Crappos, the Philistines and the Pharisees. Something down in your spirit. Zen. To deal with them. Good morning, folks. 10 minutes we're talking about good morning. Robertson, Avis, Donna Joseph. I see Maylene Hopkinson. Maylene, thank you so much. Folks, you see how close I close my day and I save it? Maylene, thank you so much. Maylene is one of those people who's put your money with your mouth and help us in our program. A great way. And Maylene, if I haven't said it before in the past, I want to say thanks this morning. I want to say thank you so much. I want to say thank you so much. You know, thank you. Thanks, Maylene. Folks, listen to me. I'm very lighthearted. Right? I'm very lighthearted. Right? Right? I candy say, Cheryl, I say good morning to my husband. Right? Then the side man after. I candy, you're easy. But I'm happy you said the morning after. You pay respect, old boy. Good morning to your husband, and then you tell me morning. I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. Folks, you got to start your day nice. You got to start your day nice. It sets up your day. Sheila, my child, it sets up your day for all kinds of it. You see, you start your day on the right foot. Nobody can touch you, you know. Them boys can't hold you. Right? Them boys can't hold you. Right? Ellen Austin, I see you there, Ellen. Right? Thanks for tapping up the cash app. Ellen Austin, I see you there. I saw what's her name, and that stuck out to me. So Ellen Austin, thank you very much. Thanks for the thing. Thank you so much. Good morning, folks. Let's get on the way. Let's get on the way. Because we can be talking about morning and how you start your day and so on. Right? You're gonna have opportunity, God spare life. You know, as we say colloquially, God spare life. Frida didn't say, please God. You know, you get the opportunity, you have another opportunity. Please God. Tomorrow, Saturday, right? Right, Hozzy? You know, babes? My 2-year-old son, turning 3 in November 2nd, would have been my 4th wedding anniversary. It's 14 years, 14 months. 40. My 2-year-old son is going to be 3 in November. He calls his mom Babes. I wonder if we heard it from. He said, Babes. Bailey, Debbie Apple, Lettel, Brenda Oliver. Right. Yes, and he called me uncle. He said, Uncle Sharon. I said, what the devil is this now? This little bowfoot, big head raccoon. Right? Uncle Sharon. Yeah. I know your mother vex with me. Yeah. It's filthy long to the children. Uncle Sharon. He calls you Bibs. Yeah. Where does we get it from? Folks, could we head on? Y'all have detained me here long enough. Long enough. Y'all have detained me here. We got a couple of things we're covering. Trying to get my notes together. They tell me if I touch that, something should happen magical. I have to touch one of the screens here. Fancy things. With the morning papers. To get this screen like cold pot here. You got to touch it, then it's fire up. Right? Touch it, and then fire up. Right? Or when Dan says, Sheriff, be careful when he's calling you uncle. It's true. It's true. I make a note of it. That's why I can repeat it now. I made a mental note. Right? She didn't see when I take out the notebook. She didn't see. You understand me? And I count from 5,000 to 1. Because if I were with this child this morning, this front page Kitron News will be tomorrow. Right? Front page, Kitron News, Chronicle, everything. We selling papers like that. So, we watching that, folks. Yes, bow leg, little, he's about a feet high, so much. Big head raccoon. Yeah. That's me child. He was disrespectful. He was disrespectful like that. But I forgive him. I forgive him so I could save myself a jail term. Right? I mean selling papers for them by just, huh? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Say what I forgive him. Call his mother Bibbs. All the time. Bibbs. I want my tea. Bibbs. As you wear the pants in this house, man. As you make little money. So much for that. Oh my, y'all come back. Y'all like story, Y'all fast bad. The more story talk is the more y'all come in. Whole set of fast people on this app. A whole bunch of fast people on the app. We recognize y'all. Whole bunch of fast people. Folks, what we're following this morning. Suddenly them boys want to know, but if the press in Guyana, the head of the press association is the wonderful, the beautiful, the very intelligent Nazima Raghuber. Nazima bright bad. Right? She ain't not 20 watt bulb, Nazima's, I don't know. I know y'all brighter than me. What's the highest wattage you got? And I tell you about LED. Means with them all time bulb, the shaker two thing, the thing bus, the filament in the tube bus. Right? The filament in the tube bus. Right? The filament in the tube bus. Naomi trying to distract me here. Naomi should Cheryl, like he watch you when he come out, but like he watch you when he go in. Uncle Daddy. Naomi, I just trying with this little program for credible, valid information, Yeah, just I seen a child come out. His mother. I saw the child come out. And I had to see them. I said them by his whole land. You're cutting this thing up like. We ain't done yet. We got years of usage. Just cut me away. Say, clip for this fella come out. And he gonna watch me. Yes, then say, Uncle. Part of his mercies. He would never know how much times I save his life. How many times yesterday I save his life. I see shallow grave. I see all kind of things. Right? So Chance with Harry says 1,000 watt. Nazima bright like that. 1,000 wattage. 1,000 wattage. When you watch our program, you must come to all kind of conclusions. Some folks send me some clips of some other programs like ours on social media. We on for what? 70 minutes now? It's 80 minutes of cussing. I don't know why y'all subject yourselves to that sometimes, 80 minutes of cussing. People just abusing you. You can imagine how they wake up in the morning. If you have a morning program and you cussing, what do you have you call me for? Sorry, how you can wake up like that every day in that space? Something wrong. Every day you could wake up in that space. Folks, I'm this kind of person. You see me politicking outside, it's heavy, it's loud. When I go home, I want peace, quiet, and tranquility. And that's why I live alone. You gotta get a west wing and an east wing. That's why I live alone. When you come home, you gotta get peace and tranquility. That and the lady left. You wake up abusing, cussing every morning. How are you gonna do that? You feel it to your spirit. There's high blood pressure, That is scoliosis, smallpox, chickenpox, monkey fever, everything. So I can imagine some people tuning here and say this program boring, man. He ain't got set for the morning. Yeah, folks. So I'm telling you that the Ghana Press Association president is a pleasant woman. Very pleasant woman. Peace loving. Long ago they had a movie, there was a refrain, I come in peace. You all remember that? My 8th show now. Right? My 35 showing. I mean my 44. Yes. I come in peace. Is a peaceful woman. Nazima Raghuber is a peaceful woman. But she's going to stand up for the rights of our journalists. And she's going to stand up for the fourth estate in Guyana. Now, they pull Kit Nascimento out of the grave. He just stepping in, they pull you out. for some public relations help. And he wanted to handle the media, one media house, one question, one follow-up. Folks, if that were to happen in Trinidad, don't let me go far. If that was happen in TNT, they would change the government almost instantaneously. But them boys want to bring the ruggers. Right? Them boys want to bring the ruggers. Loretta, I see you there. Them boys want to bring the ruggers. You see? And she's standing up. And all these crosses from the Times, from the Chronicle, they want to know. What was the phrase? Let me find my notes. What was the phrase? Is the press association being politically weaponized against the government? The press association is not armed with the government. It's not supposed to be pro-government. You report the facts. You report the truth. And you pursue that truth wherever it leads. So let me see this headline. Is the press association being politically weaponized against the government? It just tells us of the shallow thinking, of the sycophants, of this government, of this regime, installed regime, of this administration. You see, all they want you to do is sing the praises. Oh, Ali's a nice man. You see? Deeply spiritual. Remembering my friend there, them boys from the Adventist church. Right? It's Clark, Exton Clark. Ali's deeply spiritual in condoning rape and sodomy. Deeply spiritual. You see, oh, how will we bend over for some people? Backwards and forwards. Is the press being weaponized? The press is doing what the press got to do. When they're reporting favorably on the government, why don't we conjure that they're being weaponized against the opposition? How about that? But little bad press, because of the nonsense that they're doing, if you're condoning sodomy and rape, buggery, what do you expect the press to do? Ali government is a nice government. Huh? You're doing nonsense. You get a reward. You don't get your reward already. This foolishness. The press doing what the press got to do, Hollis charge. Charles. Hollis, they're doing what they got to do. Delney Cadogan, they're doing what they got to do. Don't press them being weaponized. Don't come around with this nonsense. Don't come around with this foolishness. It's the press being weaponized. Right? Osman Edwards said, Pastor Clark is PPP. I doubt you. If it quacks like a PPP, it walks like a PPP. Bang bing, bang bing. I don't say we got to say. I don't say we got to say. So no, the press is not being weaponized. Shut your damn mouth. What the song say? Same bang bing song. Bang bing, bang bing, shut you. Is the press being weaponized? What kind of foolish question is there? Let me say it's a PPP. Right? Donna Massey says, opposition is the own enemy. Girl, Donna, if I tell this story, girl, I can send you the book. I can send you the book, Donna. One glad morning, when this night is over, I can send you the book. Right? I see some people saying, quack, quack, quack. David Ford, you're working like that. Right? You quack like a duck. You're walking like a duck. You want to say it's a chicken. You want to say it's an eagle? What's yet? Worse yet. Folks, back channels into the entertainment industry telling us that HJM played no major role in Cricket Carnival this year. Like them and them boys follow. Alma Richmond, Donna Fresco, Quanamingo. That's what we hear in back channels. You know, HJ and everything Carnival. Carnival cricket. Apparently, we're being made to understand that HJ was very instrumental in marrying these ideas together. You got cricket and you wind down nice. Drink up plenty of rum and so on. Carnival cricket, we're being made to understand that the thing now is squarely with onage. You know the little liar? Let me put your hand on the Bible in the National Assembly of Guyana. National Assembly of Guyana. And lie like when they are strutting on that dual citizenship issue. It's a pack of liars. Sodom and Gomorrah in one government. Sodom and Gomorrah. Where the word sodomy comes from, the root word is Sodom, that city of the Bible. Where all that debauchery and revelry used to happen. That's where the word sodomy comes from. You got to know the etymology of your words. That's why we buy dictionaries by Austin. Proper things done by Austin. You got to know the etymology of the word. Impressing myself this morning. Folks, I had a fantastic lecturer in the late Professor Aubrey Bishop, former Chancellor of the Judiciary. Proper people. Properness. You should always tell us. Go elevate the language, the law. When I did my LLB, oh yeah, I think I just landed here. I only have a birth certificate. The law used to say it's about language and logic. I heard that 15 years ago, it stuck with me. The law is about language and logic. We got to understand the etymology, the history of the words. That's where sodomy comes from. It says big Sodom and Gomorrah in this government here. A pack of scams and thieves, Alibaba. And a cabinet of thieves, Scampnet, Buggernet. See, I got my cousin early now. They say it's no longer with them. You see, them boys is only one year for time, you know. Them boys is only one year for time, you know. And then they got a relative or somebody take over now. Under the auspices of onage. How you forget onage? How you forget onage? Huh? How you forget onage? Margaret Nelson said, listen to Professor Duncan. You better recognize. Better recognize. So apparently Asia is out. We hear they have some programs lined up that's going to be happening around Cricket Carnival, but they're not centrally involved. They're not centrally involved. That's what we hear it. Back channels in the entertainment is history, industry, in my Professor Shamir Ali voice. Back channels. Back channels. That's what they're telling us. Not a Jagabat. Another Jagabat taking Dharmlal's place. Another Jagabat. Tell us this is you can remember her long. Nandrani Kunja. Nandrani Kunja. And this is a PVP candidate from Region 2, Pomeroon, Supernam. That's going to replace Dharmlal on Thursday when the National Assembly sits. Right? But it said she's not going to necessarily be a minister. Right now, the minister within the ministry, Anand Prasad, he holding on. Hoping he gets the nod. He holding on. Right? And one of the things they tell us about Miss Kunja, one of the things they're telling us with Miss Kunja is that she was apparently integrally involved as a food caterer. She provides for the school feeding program. You see, friends, family and favorites. She's integrally involved. She's a caterer. You see that? And she's integrally involved in the school feeding program. Making the bread. Friends, family and favorites. So they're putting she to the front now. She's making the bread. Another person on the list there in Region 2 is Vilma. The witch from Region 2. Velma the witch. Tormenting Region 2 residents. Better look after people at the market there at Charity. Better look after them. So another Jagabat for the National Assembly. Another Jagabat coming to front. I just hope upstairs at Kunja, Nandrani Kunja, is not as nasty as Dharmalal was. You know, we heckle each other all the time. You know, the nature of politics. Them boys say something stupid, you heckle. You know, they heckle us back. Right? But they say a lot of things stupid since plenty heckling is go across the side. You know, and that is the rough and tumble of politics. This is not Sunday school, you know. And I was a Sunday school boy. This is not Sunday school. This is politics. Rough. But folks like Dharmalal and Kwame McCoy, they're just outright disrespectful. Disrespectful. You know? Most of it says, Gail with the good hair, you know. On the off day, Gail has composed herself nicely as a nice big lady, you know. And 2 times I said, I take one for the team. We got to do in politics. We got to do in politics. But them boys is overdue. There's overdue to do. You know. You look across and say, lying on the children. They will scamp you. Nuh-uh. Them boys gone beyond there. They come in the job, but who want dildo? You look at a nice Muslim woman. You know, she's single now. Natasha Singh Lewis. Right? Probably send the woman husband to his grave with his vile nastiness. Kung's nastiness. Woman reposed herself in a lovely hijab, serving her God. You can look across, how you can see his dildo. That's why they're there now. They carry dildo for keeping company. You know, she want a dildo. Speaker say nothing till now, you know. But she got company self. Personal usage. Female colleagues on the other side, nobody said a word. Oh, girl could have slippy a little note and say, oh, Dharmalal, you're overboard now. You're overboard now. Head back to shore. Head back to shore. Mayday, mayday. Man down, man down. Nobody said a word. Nobody said a word. Ay, Jesus, have mercy. We got decent parliament. All things being equal. You see? Folks, let me tell you all something I never told. I don't think I've said it publicly before. That afternoon, and if you got some medical people here, you might need to tell me, right, what's going down. Somebody said, I need a strong cup of coffee this morning. Very, you know the thing. That afternoon, when I wheeled into Dharmalal verbally in the National Assembly, right, I stepped into the National Assembly, and in the pathway there to get to my seat, Amanza Walton Desir, Foreign Affairs Shadow Minister, sits. So she was the closest seat. And I sat next to her, I start tearing into Dharmalal with the nastiness. And the honest thing you could say was, go to your seat, go to your seat. I sat down next to her. Right? And for the life of me, I couldn't get up. I want you to understand how them boys will be strong. Or maybe it's a medical issue. I sat down next to her, and I could hear the speaker saying, go into the seat. I wanted to go into my seat because that was the proper thing to do. But I couldn't move. I couldn't feel my legs. I don't know if it was so upset. I was upset and something with my nervous system because I was shouting. I was furious. I was angry. I was livid with this dildo nonsense. And I sat down and I could not feel my feet. And then a few minutes elapsed. If you see the video, my parliamentary colleagues came around me and so on. And a few minutes after, I was back to normal. But all the speaker got from that was going to see. A man just told his parliamentary colleague she wanted a dildo. A couple months prior, another one of our colleagues was assaulted by another member of the government side. But them boys don't see their infractions and they don't hear. That's why this one will go down as the worst speaker we ever had. One of the worst speaker we ever had. That's how we can go down. Right? We got some assault and some of them, it was Simone LeBrun's voice. We got a some assault on some of them. That's past me. So another cross coming, another Jagabat. Let's see what she has to give. Welcome. Right, so don't play with them. See this 5 million they're offering our indigenous families for the death of the children? Roy Zalen, some reporting in the media says is an insult. Senior counsel says is an insult because of part of signing this agreement with the government is that you can't sue them in the future. Right? There is no future liability. You can't sue them. So you take the 5 million, you're muzzled and you're gagged. And then you got the AG running out to say that this engagement with the families, this the Nandilal, you know, he busy these days, looking sleepy. Because he up late in the nights now. He said this 5 million, the engagement on the 5 million to families, it was done in a transparent way. Yet we didn't know it happening. He said it was done in a transparent way, and yet people didn't know it was happening. Wicked. These children, 19 of them, the 20th is a little boy who was the caretaker's son. They were placed in government care. And the government had a duty of care for these children. 20 of them lost their lives in the Mahdia Secondary School dormitory. 20 of them. 20 of our young people. The pain, the agony, the anguish. We heard reports. Government dealt with this issue so sloppily. So sloppily. Dogs in that area was fetching away the bones of those children. And recently, we learned that in tearing down the rest of the dorm, folks, tearing down the rest of the dorm, they took the bricks and they patched a hole in Mahdia. These people are so insensitive, right? You can't say they're hard-hearted because you have to have a heart. And I'm sorry we don't have the photograph set up there. They're taking the bricks. They don't understand that it's sacred ground, you know. They should have a ceremony in which this is how people do things. In which they are burying those bricks in a nice way. And I said that before and I say it again. That whole space there should no longer be any dormitory. That should be a monument. That whole real estate there in Mahdia, where the school dormitory was, should be a monument to those children. And you could take those same bricks, their remains, and make a whole wall. People should be able to go there and pay homage to those 20 children. You know, you get a nice display, the photographs, where they came from, what were their dreams, hopes and aspirations. But of course, the PPP will want a kind of reminder of what transpired on their watch. It's an insult. What man of human being you got to be Like, you know, this is the space where 20 lives were lost. The security guard told us she could still hear the screams of those children. Every day she says she's going to work and cry. I'm going to touch on some more of it in our night program. Every day she says she's going to work and cry. She could still hear them screaming. People in the neighborhood tell us the same way. When you walk down into the area leading to the dormitory, you see your skin growing. You know something happened here. I'm talking to you right now and I'm feeling the same way. The only other time I heard that, I felt that way. There were 10, 11, 12 lives lost in a church in North Carolina. You remind me where that is. I hope I'm calling the area right. A man went and sat down in a Bible study. And after the Bible study was concluded, he shot, I think it was 12 persons. North Carolina is at a church there. And I remember when I went and visited that area, stood outside and just closed my eyes a little bit. There was this eerie feeling. You knew instinctively something happened here. When I was walking down the other day, we went into Madia. Right? I felt that same thing. I felt that very same way. You knew something. This is sacred ground here. This is sacred ground here. Sheila Boyd Child says 12 died. He shot 18. That's in South Carolina, North Carolina. I'm trying to remember the jurisdiction there. 12 died. He shot. The man went and sit down in the Bible study. Sat in that Bible study to the end. Then he shot those people. 20 of our young people died in that space. And then people take the bricks and patch in pothole in Madia. How do you describe that? How do you describe that? Even if you do not with the bricks to commemorate these lives lost, patch, bury it somewhere nice and neat. Nice and neat. Father, have his mercies. These folks, Father, have his mercies. Everything they did regarding these children was an insult. We forget how to bring them out to hospital to carry them by the Umanayana. Political stunts. A heartless government. Heartless government. Take the bricks, they patch in holes. That's how they could remember them. Right? We can patch some holes with the bricks. Them boys ain't easy. It's an insult. Senior Counsel Royce Hill Ford says, you know, we owe a debt of gratitude to Royce Hill Ford. The amount of cases Royce Hill Ford has championed in the courts on behalf of the coalition. The amount of cases. Right? And when he's out of court, he's still fighting. When he's out of court, still fighting. Right? And he's not a person to, everything he does is a camera and a photograph. But I know so many things he's involved in. Right? Not everything is a comment or photograph and something like that. In court and out, the man fighting. He said this is an insult. They gave you $5 million. And if you have a commissioner of inquiry that says the government, was colossally wrong on how they treated this issue and these children in the first instance, of how they were housed, and they should get $25 million each. They done sign saying, we will take no further action against the government. That's wickedness. That is wickedness. to the highest. Wickedness like you never seen before. Wickedness. That's why we saw some of the people protesting against them yesterday. More wickedness every day in this country. Every day in this country. To get ahead, to get redress. The authorities take so long, ignore you completely. People gotta protest. Gotta protest. And so we saw the Hillfoot residents take to the Ministry of Housing. People living on a piece of land there on the Linden Sioux Lake Highway for years. And somebody suddenly arrived and said, it's the only place, get off. And the government said, all right, carry in some police and throw them out. Since January, Finale said in 3 days, I can give you our land and so on. And try to alleviate some of your suffering. That's in January. It's July. Didn't hear from he since. Mr. High moral values and deeply spiritual. They haven't heard from him since. We saw some of the folks out there in front of the Central Housing and Planning Authority on Brickdam yesterday morning. Here's what some of them told us.
We're fed up, whereby we went at lands and survey on Friday. They give we a long paper with lists where we call lands and survey concerned in the same matter because they tell we go here, there we come at housing, they tell we go lands and survey. Now when we come land housing, they tell we gotta go lands and survey. We go lands and survey, they tell we gotta come here. So we need justice and we need the promises to fulfill, whereby people are homeless, children are sleeping in Jews. We get them promises, we call in lands and survey, we have to waste credit. Because the credit is wasted. Because they call them, they gotta go on to they put you to hold. You gotta call this person, call the person. When you call, it's the same thing.
And the harassment to the police.
Harassment, and then you can't sleep because the police come in. The police come in and harassing Almin. Almin go in and bring the police and harass people. All know we can't bring the plan. You can't come and survey the land there. All know whereby the man will give we the land to build. The man will give you the permission to build on the land. He agreeing right now to come, but it's just that Mr. Almin is threatening Mr. Fred. So it's a whole issue where we're glad if the president or somebody could come on the ground and see what we are facing and deal with the matter. Because it's just promises we have in.
You have any confidence in housing that this month?
No, not. We have no confidence in housing, lands and survey, and even the government because we have promises. We have promises, and then Mr. Kwame Mackay telling us that in 2030 it wouldn't be getting land. So I have 6 children, and I am fighting for my children. I'm not fighting for me. I'm fighting for my children them because if you watch around in Guyana, there's the foreigners is just coming and snatch land. Guyanese is not getting land. You go, if you ain't got money, you ain't got nothing in Guyana. They're punishing.
There was one today where Kwame Mackay was sent. He claimed he was sent by the president to come to Kokoro. They come to Hillfoot to keep a meeting concerning the people and the land. He did not come there at the spot where the land is, where everybody's living. He goes to a center where they call a community center. At knowing everybody else, he got a phone call about 10 minutes before the meeting would have kept. When we reached there, the meeting was already in process with a couple of people. But from my knowledge, there's a few recordings that we got from Kwame, whereby he was telling us over 30 people was in the room at the moment. And he said with his own mouth, by 2030, none of us in this room here would not be able to purchase a piece of land. The lands that is here in this country is either owned by the government, owned by a private owner, or owned by family relative that's been passed on to somebody. There's no free land in this country or no space, no extra land in this country. So at this moment, it's just like land is doing, and anybody else that come forward towards telling us something about where we're living, it's just calming down the spirit for a few moments, and then there's nothing being done.
All right, we hear you there. We hear you there. Folks, that's what's happening.
Yes, my house has been break down as Hillfoot. When I go there, I'm living there 7 years. When I go there to live, it was a forest. We clean up there and we make it our home. Been living there for 7 years. I have a wife and 3 kids. Since my home was being broken down, I have nowhere to go. I've been begging and lodging by people. And it's very hard to rent them for us. We're calling on the president to come out and look into our matter. It's been 2 months now since our house was being broken down and we haven't got any justice as yet. We don't get anywhere to go as yet. We're still homeless.
All right. Thank you so much for your comment. That's some of what we're hearing there, folks. That's some of what we're hearing here.
We need justice. We need our home. We need justice. We need our home.
I'm going to show you guys some more of this.
We need justice. We don't need promises. We need justice.
And
We
you
don't
know,
need
I guess
promises. We need justice. We don't need promises. We need justice.
where I gonna get this money back to pay for my own home now. So that's why I come out here this morning, because we need justice to get finance to build back our home and get the land.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Folks, I hope you're hearing that. The kids are out here as well. They don't trust the authorities. That was really happening here. The kids are out here. You're all homeless. And they tell us the situation is very, very dire there in Hillfoot. We want to show you some more of what's happening here. You want to tell us what's happening there at Hillfoot, ma'am?
We was promised land 2 months now. Until now, they may bring the land. They may come and show you how far we land there. And the man keep coming and bulldoze. He crying at the station with the children. He came who the home look last night at after 12 and police van patrolling up and down. Nobody can leave peace. They got them looking out. You know when they come here out and cry away on knowing things. We just now we land this how we want. The government said they give me the land. Until now, they give confirmation letter. Until now, they may come and show you the land. We just want the land so we can go and start building the place.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much for that comment. Sir, could you tell us a little bit of your situation at Hillfoot?
Well, just the police come the other day and pick up everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We have to sign paper and we know the papers for what. So we just sign papers and the man said that we gotta go court. No, Thursday we gotta go court. And he tell me we gotta move and we have to brought down the little place. So we're gonna rent a little place because we both brought down. So now we have to move forward some years later, but some people on a car now. The people say there is no land, so we have to go like this. Again, this piece again.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for that comment. But there are a lot of folks out here. But this was happening out here. The kids are out here.
We need
All homeless.
justice. We need our home. We need justice. We need our home. We need justice. We need our home. We need
Little children are out here, guys.
justice. We need our home. We need justice. We need justice. We need justice. We need justice. We need our home. We need justice. We need our home. We need justice. We need our home. We need justice. We need our land.
3 days to 4 days, 4 months. The process is gone months and I hear nothing, not even phone call. We all still waiting. We need our land.
You don't want promises?
Promises, no.
We don't need justice. We need our home. We need justice. We need our home.
You hearing that,
We
folks?
need our home.
We need justice. We need our homes.
We need our home.
We
We
need
need
justice.
justice. We need our home. We are homeless.
All right.
We need our
We
home.
need justice.
We are born
We need
guiding.
our
Some,
home.
with some of that.
We need justice. We need justice. We are born guiding.
All right. All right. All right.
Yes,
My brother, tell us some more about what's happening here at Hillfoot and why you guys are out here.
We are out here because we don't have a proper secure place that where we live in. We live in Poland house. Since we pulled down our house, they even come back and check us back. And the officers they come in and arrest a couple of people. It was Friday, carry them and put them on the bail where we won't get money because right now I lose my job because of the same situation. They pushed down my house. They was nothing. I had my brother-in-law, disabled brother-in-law, he was cut off. And I had to run when they pushing down my house. I had to run inside and collect here, run outside with tea. And rest it down and they push down my house. And that is how come I left it out home now. I live in a plastic Korean house. The sun, pure sun I walking on right now. Yeah, I don't have no money for buy cement and concrete the bottom, nothing. I live in Josso now. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, sir. Number of folks are out here. The kids, that's the most heartbreaking part. All right, folks, that's some of what we were following yesterday. Let's give you guys a quick sense of what we're tracking internationally in the region and then in the 592 as we wrap up, folks. Some of what we're following internationally. The MI6, this is the head of the security agency, major security agency in the UK. They're saying that the folks there, Russians who are dissatisfied with Russia being involved in this war, you know, right? Y'all can come and spy for us. So MI6 is inviting Russians to come and spy for them. You're like Putin's war in Ukraine. Come and spy for us. That's what the head of MI6 in the UK is reported as having said. Come and spy for we. Come and spy for us. Singapore and play with corruption. Singapore is not playing with corruption. Cabinet minister arrested over allegations of corruption. One of the wealthiest people in Singapore, he's been fingered as having some misconduct in himself in an arrangement with this individual or individuals, right? The president didn't ask if he thing, and he didn't say, well, I'm gonna step down a little bit and so on. Maybe if and buts. Arrested one time. See, when the police are allowed to operate professionally, like the media, you pursue the truth wherever it leads. Right? You're not taking political direction, such and so forth. You pursue the truth wherever it leads. But in this 592, not so much. Not so much. Pursuing the truth. So the transport minister in Singapore, this is Minister Iswahan. Right? He was arrested yesterday for corrupt he was arrested, and this was put out there by the Corrupt Practices Investigations Bureau, right? That he was arrested. And of course, he was, this is an allegation that hotel tycoon Beng Sen was also arrested with him in connection with this probe that is happening. The folks are playing there, you know. You understand if you have to move the country forward, they gotta pursue it in a certain way. You have to have a certain modus operandi. They're talking good governance. They're preaching transparency and accountability, and they're doing something else. But they're in line and in step with the practice and the preaching. In line and in step with that. Regionally, folks, regionally. So what we're following regionally. Remember this eminent persons group that was there talking with stakeholders in Haiti from CARICOM, this eminent persons group, right? Former geriatric prime ministers and so on. This eminent persons group, well, they recommend that there be more talks in Haiti. It's a vacation they want, you know. Like how some people that we know want state funeral, it's a state paid vacation they want. So they recommend that there be more talks with Haiti and the representatives there. Look at the pull some of these guys out of the nursing home. They recommended more talks. We're not surprised this CARICOM. It's all talks. We're not surprised in the least it's CARICOM. That's how far I want to run from some people till in space. Till in space. We're happy for this Antigua mother and daughter. Virgin Galactic sponsoring them. They were part of a contest. I'm trying to put it as simply as they can. Right? And now they're heading out into space shortly. This mother and daughter duo, folks. This mother and daughter duo from Antigua and Barbuda. You see? That's how far I want to live from some people. Way out. Way out. We can't knock and say, they bug. You know, friend, no. And you want signal there. They're telling us that Keisha, right, is this Shayaf, got the opportunity to fulfill a childhood dream when she entered the Virgin Galactic and Omaze sweepstake last year, July, and won tickets for two. The tickets are worth $450,000 US each, right? From space tourism company Virgin Galactic. But they couldn't pay for that in this lifetime. They couldn't pay for that in this lifetime. So this duo, mother and daughter, they're off to space shortly. Nice time for them. Be happy. Nice time, nice time, nice time. In the 592, carnage in our roads, carnage in our waterways. Continue. You know, them boys and K. If them boys spending the majority of their ministerial tenure in overseas territories, and them is the ambassadors. The majority of their time, conference to conference to conference. Conference to conference to conference. How are we going to solve problems in this country? Right? Carnage in our roads and our waterways. Domestic violence. Violence against women and girls. These are the scourges. Scourges and scorches of our society. 2 injured as boats collide in the Mazaruni River. Mazaruni River. So looking on my notes, I think they said the guys were coming from Batavia. They were coming from a wedding house. Coming from a wedding house and crash up in the Mazaruni River. Just another day in the 592. Just another day on the Ituni Trail. 1 dead after an accident. On the Ituni Trail. 1 dead. Our waterways, Devon Fanfare. Esther Blue. That's what's going down. Base Reynolds. Simone Patrick Emmanuel. Ivor Harry. Those of you who are people of faith, let's pray for our country. Because this thing here in mitigating is not receding, it's just going up. Violence against women and girls, that's like the number 1. Right? Poverty, hunger, cost of living, roads and waterways, sheer carnage. You know, carnage. Pray for your country. And these so-called policy makers that are on permanent vacation, they come here for vacation, eventually. They live overseas. They come here for vacation. Folks, that's going to do it for us. As I said this morning, thanks for joining our broadcast. We're going to leave it there until our next broadcast, guys. Partner with us so that we can keep moving on, folks. And I say this without apology. It is only because of your love, your support, and your generosity that we're able to keep going day after day. And this is how you can do so, folks. For those of you who are new to our broadcast, we're totally funded by the public. Totally funded. Somebody don't tell you what for say, and what for do, and who for talk to, and who for interview. Valid, credible information. valid, credible information. This is how we do it because of your love, your support, and your generosity. This is how we do it, folks. We want to thank you guys so much. Until we see you lovely people on our next podcast. Stay safe out there. Watch for them boys, eh? Watch for them boys. That's our time, folks. Stay well. Hope your morning started well. Hope your breakfast do some good for you. With us, Leonard Zephyr, Ainsworth Mason, Dolly, B, Men. That's the name, you know. B is literal B. Right? That's the first name, and the second name is Ben. B-E-N-T. Osmond Edwards, Sharon Castillo Edwards. Good to see all of you. Savannah Page, Diana Johnson. Good to see you folks there. Respect and manners. Stay safe, folks. That's going to do it for us at this end. That's my time, and that's our program. Thanks for joining us, folks. Thanks for joining us. Stay well. Stay well. Stay safe.